What is going on, YouTube? We are just getting started with a little Amazon FBA Q&A. We got the TikTok live. As always, we're going to do something a little bit differently today. I don't know if you guys noticed the caption different. I changed it. But today, I'm going to allow people to request to join the live. This is a dangerous one because I'm sure we'll get some trolls, but I'm going to let people request to join the live. I'm going to let everybody get one question, and then I'll cycle it through and we'll get somebody else in here. So you guys can ask your questions in the chat as always, but if you want to hop in the live, it doesn't have to be just Amazon business, e-commerce. I guess that's e-commerce. Y'all can go ahead and request. You also, and we're actually going to do one more thing just so that I can kind of vet the people. You have to ask your question. So I see a couple people already requested to join. Ask the question you want me to answer in the chat, right? So you have to ask your question, request to join. I'll bring some people on here to be able to ask their questions. In the meantime, let's get it. I think did you ask your question already, bro? I don't see your question. I just see that you popped. I see your little arrows, but I see you requested to join. Okay, let's get you in here, bro. This is a first, so we're gonna see how this goes. What's up, bro? How's it going?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
Not too bad. I just have one question mainly about reviews, bro. How do I get them like off the jump like that? Can I send the product to my I send a link to my friends and family, get them to order it?
So
is that going to get me banned?
It's technically not allowed to have friends and family review your product on Amazon. Meanwhile, I've never met an Amazon seller who doesn't do this. So I'm not going to directly give you this advice, but if I were to do this, I wouldn't send people a direct link. I wouldn't have anybody who's under the same Wi-Fi as me get the product, because that's going to set off some red flags. Either use a super URL or have people search the main keyword of the product, go through the pages. Don't have all of your friends who are going to support you and leave an honest review, right? Don't have them all buy the product on the same day. Kind of, if you have like 10 people, do 2 here, 3 here, 5 here, spread it out. Don't have everybody leave a review on the same day. And then don't have everybody leave a review the day they get it. Another thing is get brand registered, is my big recommendation, especially nowadays. I don't know if you watched my last TikTok video, but Amazon is adding some incentives for brand registered sellers.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, so just that in itself is going to pay for your brand registry. Plus, you're going to get I think it's a $200 Amazon buying credit. It's just, it's a win-win, and it's going to help you boost your reviews.
Is it okay if they're like all in the same city, or should it be the
Yeah, that's fine. Don't stress about the location, as long as it's not people who are under your Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah. All right. So thank you.
Nice, of course, bro. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna lag. Hold on. I think we have to. Is it lagging? I think we're good. All right, I like that. So guys, I'm going to get to everyone's questions still. If you guys don't want to be on the live, as you saw, you don't have to show your face or anything. If you guys, okay, cool, it's not lagging. If you guys want to hop on the live, request to join and ask you the question that you want on the live answered in the chat. So when I see people request to join, I'll make sure I see your question, and then we'll go from there. In the meantime, let's get it. What's good? What up, CC? Good to see you. Yes, I got you, brother. I don't know if you saw this, CC, but I usually check messages like 2 times a day. One in the beginning, sometimes in mid-afternoon if I have the time, and then later at night. Let's go. Please check this product. What's wrong? I don't usually do audits except for my mentorship students. Maybe we'll do something like this because it could be fun for everybody else to get value out of it, get some content. We'll see. Let me get through these questions, Max, and then maybe we'll do that. Let's get it. Hi, I just launched my first PPC campaign. Day one, got tons of impressions, but only 1 click. So what's tons of impressions, Kristen? I'm curious what the number is because that does matter. How would you recommend to start for beginners? Step 1, create an Amazon seller account. Step 2, get a product research software and find a product to sell. Sup, bro? What up, Nighty? Hey, which is better, getting a prep center or allowing Amazon to do it? I let Amazon do it. Well, my manufacturer preps the products. Amazon ships the products. How much you need to start? I would say minimum 3.5K USD. Lost, thank you for sharing the live, my guy. Good to see you. Ali Maj, I hope I said that right. Thank you so much for the follow. Hello, can you recommend me a good CPA? I would look on Google for that, KS. The CPA that I use, the only reason I have access to them is because they're on one of my cousin's payroll. Outside of that, they don't take on new clients. I've asked them if I can, recommend them to my students, and they said that they're not taking on any clients. So what was your first winning product? It was a gummy supplement. I do not recommend supplements nowadays. That was back in the day. Let's see. We got MRG. MRG, do I see you? Is then Yes, bro. It is Amazon FBA. That's kind of a yes or no question. I saw that you requested MRG. If you have another question, brother, just drop it in the chat and then we can get you in here. If you have a question about Amazon FBA. And for those of you who are just joining, we're doing something a little different this live. If you guys want to request to join, ask your question in the chat, request to join, and then we'll get you guys in here. You'll be able to ask your question face to face. Hey, bro, how are you? Just found out about this, wondering how this whole thing works. So I essentially take generic white label products like this and I order them from a manufacturer. But before I order them, I find a way to stand out and differentiate from my competition so that I can add value into the market. It's not as easy as clicking copy and paste on what everybody else is doing. If only it was that easy, right? And then from there, I place an order with a manufacturer. They're going to prep it, they're going to box it, label it, all that good stuff. From there, it's going to go directly from my manufacturer overseas to Amazon's fulfillment centers. And then for a fee, Amazon is going to store all of my inventory. Every time I get a order, they're going to pick, pack, and ship the product directly to the customer. Again, this is for a fee. And then you're going to use Amazon ads to market the product and get eyeballs to your product. What's the best broad category to start? I think there's a lot of good categories on there. Home and kitchen, health and household, office products, pet supplies, toys and games, baby products. There's a lot. Or wholesale. No, this is private label. Love Huma, thank you so much for the follow. Ad spend, tacos, what are you running at? This account is running anywhere from an 8 to 9% tacos, about an 8% tacos. Which is, what is that? Like 300 something in ad spend. 1,600 impressions. Kristen, what I would say is, how many reviews do you have? That's actually the next question. But assuming that you have a good amount of reviews, I would maybe increase your cost per click a little bit. 1,600 impressions is pretty good. I would maybe think that you have a low review count, so I'm curious. Sup, just starting, so I'm listening in note-taking mode. Hey, Nighty, that is what's up right there. There's a lot of people who will probably just be chilling in the live, and that's awesome, if you're absorbing the information. But at the end of the day, taking notes is going to be the best way to retain that. I just signed up for a mentorship. Will I have access to you or an employee of yours? To me, Greg. And welcome to the program, brother. Let's go. I love it. If you were the one who literally just signed up, I believe that you spoke with Colby. And so he should have sent you all of your login information and then access to the FB group. And then in the FB group, you'll be able to have direct access to me. Okay. MRG, do you want to get in here, bro? I see you have a few. We're doing one question per person, but I see that you asked in the chat, so I'll get you in here, brother. Let's go. What up? What up?
Hello, hi there. Thank you for hosting me here.
No problem, bro. So what can I do for you? What question you got?
The question is how to start Amazon FBA. I have Amazon seller in Canada. I'm not sure if you're in the United States.
Yeah, I'm in California.
In Canada. So there is two product researcher. There is the Helium and there is the other one. I forgot.
Jungle Scout.
And which one is better and why?
It's a personal preference, brother. So to give you full transparency, I'm a Helium 10 affiliate. What you'll notice in the social media game is anybody who's recommending Helium and telling you that's the best, they're probably an affiliate with Helium. Anybody who's telling you Jungle Scout and that's the best, they're probably an affiliate with Jungle Scout. At the end of the day, especially between those two softwares, it's a personal preference. They have same tools. I'm not currently subscribed to Jungle Scout right now. The subscription got canceled, but for the longest time, I was subscribed to both. I would cross-reference data. Go with the one that you think that you like navigating.
Like, what's the purpose of them? Do they help you like to find
everything? Product research, keyword research. It helps you see the data of the products that you're looking at. So, I have some videos on my TikTok and my YouTube channel. If you wanted to go check those out, and you'll be able to see how you can analyze the markets, because you have to make sure that you're looking at the numbers in the market that you want to launch in.
When you started this business, like the first product, did you make money out of it?
Yes.
Okay, how much did you spend and how much did you make from it? If you don't mind.
I started with 4,900 USD. And I had, slowly turned that into 10K plus a month my very first month. And then it was a slow, well, not necessarily slow, but I went and grew from there. Yeah. Sorry, I was reading the other chats. Let's get it. But I hope that helped you out, brother. If anything, if there's not any other questions, we can get you back in here. Yeah?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Thank you so much for answering the question. If I have any other questions, I will put them in the comments.
Sweet, bro. Appreciate you. Yeah. I like this. If you guys want to be able to ask a question live, ask your question in the chat and then just request to join. When I see people request to join, I'll make sure that I'm looking for your comment. And then once I see it, we'll get you guys in here to ask your questions. Or, of course, you can just ask them in the chat. I think this is a fun way to interact with the audience. Yes, sir. 90 sharing the live with 10 friends. Appreciate you. If product is selling 1K a month and I send to FBA, how fast do you notice sales upon arrival? You kind of asked contradicting questions here. So if a product is selling 1K a month, then okay. Sorry, you're talking about wholesale or arbitrage. It depends when you win if you win the buy box. You're not guaranteed sales even if you're doing wholesale and arbitrage and selling existing brand names. Do you have to get branded to sell wholesale products? No, you're already selling branded products, so you wouldn't get branded. BB, thank you so much for the follow. I saw MRG's comment. Just sign up for your mentorship. I answered that. What cost a good percentage are you running at your sales? 20%. On average, it's about 20%. Yes. This one, a little bit less than that, just because it's like tens of thousands of units on orders sometimes. Can I start without an LLC, switch it out later once I make profit? Yes, you can. Let's go. We see another. Ooh, I like this one. Let's go. Tail, we'll get you in here. Right now, let's just go. Health and household is all like cleaning things. No, trust me, it's not. Health and household is a lot more products than that. Okay. So Tail says, I tried to quit FBA too soon. I have a question about that. What's good, bro?
Hi.
Oh, ma'am, sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I tried FBA about 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I quit because I thought to make money would be very hard when I saw the cost of the product, and then the quality is not always good, and plus all the commissions and money that Amazon is taking it.
Mm-hmm.
So was I wrong to quit? I sometimes ask myself that question.
Yes and no. So I don't know what the product you launched was, but let's say that you, like, first question, did you calculate how much you were going to make before you actually ordered the products?
Yes, but the thing is, sometimes they didn't sell very well.
But you calculated your profit margins, right? Like your FBA fees, your cost of goods, your shipping, and then how much money you were going to make per unit after all of that?
Yes.
Okay, so then next answer, to finish the answer, you were not wrong to abandon a product that you were losing money on, for example. If like after FBA fees and all of that, yeah, there is a bit of an echo. So you weren't wrong. You weren't wrong to necessarily stop there. Now, the other question is like, were you maybe spending money on ads and that's why you weren't profitable? Because in that case, there's a lot of things that you can do to fix that. You can increase your conversion, you can optimize your organic rank. So it's not like this. In fact, a lot of products that I launch on Amazon in the beginning, they break even. I'm not even necessarily like super profitable, or the profit is really small. And then I increase the profit over time. Again, circling back, we don't want to lose money just selling products and spending our time. So I think that the answer to that, Amazon has a lot of potential, even with the fees, even with returns, even with ad costs. We run profit, like on the account that you see right here, we're running 40+% margins on that account. That being said, you just have to make sure to calculate those margins. I like to be at least a 30% profit margin after FBA fees, cost of goods, and shipping. So I don't know if you were close to that, but if you weren't, that could explain why your margins were suffering. And then from there, on an established product, I'm going to increase my margins even more, because as I order more units, my cost of goods comes down. And then as I establish that product on Amazon, my organic rank goes up, my tacos, which is my total advertising cost of sale, goes down, and my margins increase. It's really just about finding the right product and then sticking with a proper strategy to get that product profitable.
So you think still there's a, still good way?
Yes.
It's still good way to make money?
Yes. It's not a get rich quick thing, right? It's going to take work. You have to establish the product. It'll be a few months until you establish the product fully. But yes, it's 100% something that still has potential.
Thank you.
Nice. Of course. Appreciate you. Are we lagging here? There we go. Okay, we'll get to, I think we got Kristen. Kristen, I'm going to get you in here right now. Let me get to some of the chat questions and then I'll get you in the live. Peter, thank you so much for the follow. Oh, you just launched this week, no reviews. Okay, we'll have a chat right now. Hydro, thank you for sharing the live. Last previous year, I opened it off 2 times already. I do it wrong way before I joined the program. Well, KS, the fact that you went, because I gave you that company to go through, if you went through there, then you should be solid straight from the jump. Message me if you ended up going through with them. How important is marketing? It's important. It's everything. Marketing is king. Why is ungating getting more hard? I don't do arbitrage or wholesale, but I have heard this, Ramo, and I think Amazon's just getting more strict on those business models for inauthentic products, things like that. All those black hat and gray area methods on how to get approval, those aren't by the book methods from Amazon. So that's why it's getting harder, because it has to go by the books. I launched supplements back in 2019. It was my first product I launched. I don't recommend it nowadays, but back then you could just launch any supplement, no lab tests, no approvals. But then Amazon realized that a bunch of garbage, nonsense products that people were consuming were listed on their platform. So they got insanely strict with that. What should I do if my competitors are lowering their price? I don't really compete on price, bro. I'm almost every single time I launch a product, my competitors lower their price, but I am playing a game on value because of my differentiators. All right, we're gonna get Kristen in here, and then we'll get back to the live chats. What's going on?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. How's it going?
Hi, I'm good. I have a question. So I recently launched my product, like I launched this week,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't have any reviews yet, but I did set up my first PPC campaign, and I'm a little bit nervous that maybe I set it up wrong or something like that. I have actually just checked, I have about 2,200 impressions for today, and I launched it yesterday, but I only have one click out of those 2,200.
So I'm gonna give you. Can you see your click-through rate if you have your campaigns open right now? Because you have a click. So.
I don't, because I'm on my phone, but I
no
only
worries.
got like one click
So-
out of 2,200 impressions. So I'm just concerned maybe I set something up wrong in my campaign.
So let me give you the advice based on exactly what I would do. You don't even have a 1% click-through rate. So this is the exact advice I would do. I would turn off that campaign, and I would get reviews.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me. I know that it's not, especially like you put in all the work to get to this point, you launched, and you're like, I just want to start selling. I totally understand that feeling. That being said, you're going to set yourself up in a better position for success if you get those initial reviews. Because what's going to happen is you have a less than 1% click-through rate, which a good click-through rate, 0.1, 0.01, or 0.1, sorry. A good click-through rate would be like a 0.4, 0.5. That would be decent. And then 1% would be amazing. You're well below that, but that's okay. You have 0 reviews. That's almost expected. So instead of increasing your cost per clicks and having to pay even more and still have a low click-through rate, get those reviews. It's going to establish credibility. Because do you shop on Amazon?
Yes, I do.
Have you ever bought a product that had 0 reviews?
I think I actually have before, but
not at scale, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be the same thing. You might get little one-off sales with 0 reviews running ads, but it's going to be at a really low conversion. It's going to cost you more than you're making. And then it's what the biggest reason that I see people luckily you have 1 click. So I'm not like trying to necessarily like worry you. You're fine. But the biggest reason I see people fail post-launch is not because it's necessarily a bad product or their differentiator. It's because they'll go spend a bunch of money on ads. They don't convert well, but then they go spend even more money on ads. And then they're so far in the red that they're like, I can't keep this going.
Okay. Would you recommend Vine or just friends and family or a combination of both to help get reviews?
Combination of both. If you have a really big, because Vine is also going to cost you money. It's not a guaranteed 5-star. For me, I always go the more review route, but friends and family, you of course have a little bit more control there. If you have a big network, then if you had let's say you had a $200 budget for reviews and you had a big network, I would go friends and family. If you didn't have a big network, then you definitely want to rely on Vine. Or if you're like, hey, I'm all in, I want to get as many reviews as I can, do both. That's what I do.
Okay, thank you so much.
Of course. Let's go. Do y'all like this format? I am a big fan, to be honest. And it's cool because the YouTube live obviously can hear everything. They can only see me. Well, I guess, Yeah, they can only see me. You guys can see the split screen, but at least they can hear the other side. So just for the people who are new, I'm going to keep going through the TikTok comments. But if y'all want to get into the live and ask a question, feel free to request to join and then ask your question in the TikTok live. When I see somebody request to join, I'll go make sure I see your question, and then we'll get you guys or gals in here. Oh, well, one question here, LOL. We could definitely do more, but I guess I don't have a line of people waiting to ask questions. So maybe we could do a couple questions, if anything. And when we start really popping on this format, we'll just go question to question. How does the tax work with FBA? Just like any business, you're going to have a profit and loss statement, and you're going to do accounting of all of your expenses and all of that, and then you're going to hand that over to a CPA or a tax person, and they are going to file your taxes. One thing that I will say is that taxes is not something that should be a fear when starting a business. I know that it can be a scary thing. Something that I really wish I was taught in school was taxes, because you realize it's so important when you become an adult for the rest of your life. But if you have a good CPA, it takes a really big weight off your shoulders, as long as you have decent bookkeeping. And it's very simple in 2025. QuickBooks, you can link your Amazon account, your bank account, every single credit card you have, every single debit card, literally any financial thing that exists. I don't think I have found something that doesn't link to it. I guess crypto. Links to QuickBooks, and then you can just categorize all your expenses. You send over the P&L to your CPA, and then they'll file your taxes. And then you make sure you talk to your CPA too. Let them know all of the expenses for your business. Hey, this is what I spent on FB, and this is going to be in your expenditure report, your profit and loss statement. But you're going to say, hey, this is how much I spent on ads. This is how much I spent on equipment. This is how much I spent on FBA fees. What should I do if my competitors, I mean, like, not blended, if you're still in here, question for you is, did you differentiate your product well? Samantha, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the TikTok live vibing, asking questions. Again, if y'all want to ask a question face to face, request to join, ask the question in the TikTok live. And once I see that, I will get y'all in here. We got on the YT chat, we'll switch over real quick. I have a lot of items included in my bundle. I'm planning on getting everything 3D rendered. Would this be the best approach? Yes, good. Check out AMZ Masterclass optimize.com, bro. In terms of price, quality, it's just unmatched. We just got our brand new listing created from them, and I was just insanely happy with it. Just saw to ungate a brand, you can no longer submit retail receipts or invoices. Guys, for the record, you have technically never been allowed to do this. I know that it was a gray area where Amazon, it kind of slipped through the cracks. People use Costco invoices, they use Target invoices and stuff like that. But when you read the fine print, you have to get an invoice from an official wholesaler or distributor of the brand that you want to get ungated with. An official distributor and wholesaler has never been Target, has never been Costco. And so Amazon is just getting more strict on the rules that have been set in place forever. This is also one of the reasons why people, see a lot of issues on the wholesale and arbitrage side, because all these black hat methods are against Amazon's terms of service, and then they result in account suspensions and bans. My question is, if you have a decent product and everything in place, how long before you see decent results? Did you want to get in the chat for that one, King or Knight, or did you just want me to answer it here? But if you just want me to answer it here, because I didn't see your request, you can see results right away. I had a product, and it's not a one size fits all answer. So please, everybody, keep that in mind. But let's take two products that I launched last year. One product, launched it, and it wasn't converting the best. We had to push for more reviews. We made an edit to our main image. We've got a request here. Okay. Get to that in a sec. Had to make an edit to our images. And then we finally were able to turn a profit. We had another product that we launched. Conversion was great right off the bat. It was getting organic sales before we even ran ads. It was chef's kiss, amazing. That being said, on average, it's about like a month for me to get a product really where I want it to be in the beginning. Tale of Two Cities, thank you so much for the follow. What's your brand? We can give you some clicks, and I appreciate that, but I don't share my brands publicly. Did you market your products, and how important is it? Yes, always. Amazon PPC ads, and it is the most important. Yes, TB. I have. In terms of in a year, it was like the 3-year mark. Within, if you talk a lifetime of a brand, it was 2 years. So helpful. Thank you so much. Of course, indeed it is. One more thing I forgot to mention. How many reviews should I aim for? 10 to 15 before running PPC ads. After that, as many as you can. I never stop pushing for reviews. Also, y'all, if y'all want to request to join to ask your question face to face, request to join and ask your question in the TikTok live. Once I see that, I will get y'all in here and we will get rocking and rolling. A new format that we're trying for the first time today. So far, I am enjoying it. I have a UPS insider that refunds all my OA orders. Is this risky? I wouldn't know too much about that, to be honest. I don't know if that's breaking any UPS guidelines or Amazon guidelines. Subloop, long time. Took a break from Amazon. What up, Alex? Might start a window tinting, try something new, but maybe try Amazon later. Nice, bro. At the end of the day, Alex, like, for example, if window tinting does good for you, brother, you don't need to have, a million different baskets. I know people say like to diversify and all of that, but bro, I didn't diversify until I was in a position where I was able to diversify. Because even now there was a new business opportunity that was presented to me, and I'm still somewhat considering it if I can figure out a way to make it a little more streamlined and take all of the work off of my plate. But even me, like, I'm building other businesses that are much more important to that. So yeah, I have the capital and the means to go start it, but does it mean that I should take away my energy and my focus from the main businesses, my bread and butter that I'm trying to grow? I have the new Amazon account, I have the mentorship program, and got big plans for both of those, have the current Amazon accounts. So, to go start another business that's going to take away my time wouldn't necessarily be ideal. But anything that you decide to go with, brother, just, give it your all, push, and resilience is the name of the game. Been doing FBA over 8 years. This works, but it's very hard, and you will fail in your first couple of SKUs. Stick with it. I love that. I do agree. If you were to take like 100 people, right? Let's take 100 people who stuck with Amazon. That's going to be a big factor here. I would say at least 50% of them didn't have success on their very first product. I was in the few who did, thank God, have success on my first product. But I've also had a lot of, not a lot, but a couple handfuls of failed SKUs along the way. And no doubt about it, it's a way to look at it. And most people, when I say this, are actually going to probably be a bit turned off from this concept. But think of it like this. You go start an Amazon business, you learn the ropes of e-commerce, you launch a product, let's say it costs you 5Gs, you launch a product and it fails, but you learn so much and you have the confidence, you're like, hey, listen, I know what I did wrong. If I go launch another product and I fix X, Y, Z, I think that I can be successful. Okay, you took that person, it cost them 5K. And then actually, let's take it a step further. They launched that second product, it's successful. So it cost them $5,000 to get to success. Most people see that though, and they can't grasp getting to the other side of failure. I understand. I'm not trying to like hate or judge or anything like that. I get it. It's nobody wants to fail. It's you have, you don't want to lose the money. You don't want to look bad to your family or peers. There's a lot of different aspects why people fear failure. But let's take the other person. They take the traditional route and they want to they want to start a business. So they go to school and they go in debt $20,000 to learn from a professor who's never started a business on how to start a business. And then that person is still going to go have to start a business. They might fail, they might succeed, but let's pretend that they succeeded right off the bat. Now you're 20 G's in to go succeed. But to everybody, that's the safe route. But with the other route, you're actually getting the experience, and it's probably going to, even let's say you failed 3 products, 15 G's in, it's still going to cost you less than the other route, and you still have to spend money to start the business on the other route. It said somebody followed, but it just shows a profile picture. Thank you so much for the follow. Can you use Alibaba? Yes, for private label. How many products do you have, including variations? 40 plus. I'm switching from OA to wholesale. Any advice? I don't, brother, because I do private label, my favorite business model on Amazon. Eli, thank you so much for the follow. Eminem, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate y'all. How much capital do you need to start? I would say minimum 3K USD. How many times have you got Section 3? 0. Never once in my life. 6 years selling on Amazon because I do private label, and that's a wholesale and arbitrage issue. When did you start? January 1st, 2019 is when I officially launched on Amazon. Can you talk about branding your product? I can, my friend. Few things with branding. I think a lot of people overthink it, and that's okay. I can understand why. Think of some of the best or most commonly used brands that you use. Is it, for example, is the Apple logo the entire thing on the back of the computer or the back of the phone? No, it's very subtle. It's sleek. A lot of people think that they need the best brand name. They need the craziest logo when literally one of the biggest companies in the world's logo is a check mark, right? And another one of the biggest, let's say, clothing and shoe companies in the world is 3 lines, right? And then people really want to like overthink branding and overthink their logos and all of this. Another thing is all of your favorite brands have changed their logos over the years. They improve them, they make little changes to them. Some of them completely change them. You want it to be clean. You want it to be sleek. You want it to be, and another thing, even the brand name, you don't want it to be like complex, like Luke's Amazing Toy Company Factory. Like, okay, that's just, nobody wants to say all that. But like Luke's Toys, simple, clean, whatever is good. Like Apple, everyone wants to think so much about the brand name. Apple is the second largest tech company for a while, they were the largest until NVIDIA. And their company is named after a fruit. You know what I mean? So branding is important, but it's not to the way that some people, I think about it. I found a mirror that fits product checklist requirements. How you feel about mirrors for your first product? It does not meet my product checklist requirements, Samuel, because it is a fragile item, brother. You're going to end up dealing with a really high return rate on Amazon, especially a mirror, a product that's majority fragile. One little crack, one little scratch could lead to a return or a bad review for you. So especially as a first product, not big. I have a shop, a brand, but I can't seem to get my shop to the next level. Just been kind of stuck. What have you been stuck with, bro? If you want, you can request to join the live. Joseph, we're doing a new thing today. Or no, sorry, that wasn't Joseph who said that. That was Sekang. If you want to request to join and give you some advice on the live, or just feel free to drop in the chat what you're stuck with. How to run Amazon FBA from Alibaba, ship to the house, send to Amazon straight to FBA. Just follow the steps in my videos, bro. It's pretty straightforward. Once you find that winning product and you've differentiated it, you're going to contact the manufacturer. You're going to go through the steps. You're going to create your listing. And then there's going to be the little send/replenish inventory button. You're going to create your shipments, send those labels to your manufacturer, and then off the product goes to Amazon. How long did it take you to get to 7 figures? In total, like lifetime of a brand, 2 years, yearly, 3 years. What products should new sellers start with? Nobody's just going to give you products for free, but you want products that have a good product criteria, things like solid average reviews in the market, solid price, good advertising cost per clicks for the keywords. I mean, it's with to have your own brand doing FBM. Yeah, if you launch successful products, you differentiate those products, you market the products well. It's just, there's not like an entitlement to, oh, I launched a product on Amazon and boom, does that mean that I'm going to have success? Well, it depends. What product did you launch? Did you add value to the market? Did you push for reviews to increase the credibility for your product and the conversion? Did you run a great Amazon ad strategy? And if you weren't converting well for your ad strategy, did you make the proper optimizations? It's important to be realistic about these things because I would rather say that and somebody be like, oh, I didn't know that was what Amazon was. It's not for me. Rather than someone think that it's like a yellow brick road, like, oh, I'm going to launch and I'll be successful. And then, be really discouraged at the end. What do you recommend for categories for your first product? I like health and household, home and kitchen, office products, baby products, toys and games, pet supplies, tools, home and improvement, kitchen and dining, and patio, lawn and garden. Let's do this. The homie's been in here since, I think he was like the third, fourth person in the live. I usually don't do this, but today we're going to do this just because we're doing things differently today. So the homie asked me to look up his ASIN. It is B0. I'm assuming that's a 0. D M M N X J. I think I did that correctly. I don't think I see the product, my friend. Nope, I don't think I see it. Is it? B0 D M M N. Oh wait, L X J. Nope, still not here. Don't see the product, brother. Unless I typed it in wrong. Let's see one more time. B0 M M. Oh wait, M M N N. Oh my goodness. Hold on, let's try again. Okay, here we are. So we have, how about we flip it around so you guys can see? Hold on, let me screen share with YT as well. Let me close these tabs. Let's get this going. Is YT look blurry? Am I tripping? The YT chat? Okay, I usually don't do this, but we are going to, I think it would be fun, productive. Okay, so this is the homie's listing. Right off the bat, I could wireless Bluetooth earbuds. very low price. So that's obviously not your issue, but it's usually never price, bro. First off, you're in a very competitive market. You're competing against AirPods um, and Beats by Dre, and what's the other big your Sony headphones, and literally every headphone company that is sought after. It's not a product market that I would ever touch. It's also electronic. So that's just one issue, product market. Another issue is there's no reviews, brother. Another thing, in fact, I might even make a video about this. The listing is very, I'm going to be a little critical, but the listing is very weak. You just show different angles of the product. Like you already show what the headphone looks like. Why do you have to show what the headphone looks like? You already show what the case and headphone looks like. Why do you have to show what the case and headphone looks like in a different angle? I don't know anything about this product. Let's look at the other infographics. I don't think I know the battery life. I mean, even like the size. You could give more details about the sound. The customer should know everything about your product just by looking at the images. The bullet points aren't optimized. They're not utilizing Amazon's full character count, which would make me believe that you're not fully SEO optimized. And then I don't even think you have a description. Again, very weak description. You would want to increase this, or not increase this. You would want to add more higher character count, as well as just optimize it, maybe add HTML format. And yeah, bro, no reviews. How many times, like, I don't know if you were in, yeah, you were in here when Kristen was in the live. How many times at scale have you bought a product with 0 reviews? So why do we expect us to launch a product on Amazon and it get results with 0 reviews? So let's look at this. Wireless, I'm going to show you guys 2 things with this. Wireless earbuds, okay? First off, this page only has 16 organic listings, and look who you're going against. You're going against Amazon themselves, Apple, that's the company, JBL, Soundcore, another big sound company. Here's a brand I don't know, another one I don't know, but they have 11,000 reviews. Got another one here. Another one, 3,000 reviews. We got Amazon again. We got Soundcore, which is Beats, right? Or no, that's Anchor. Raycon, another big company. Raycon, Beats, Apple, Beats, right? And a lot of these are sponsored. So what's the point that I'm trying to make? Oh, hold on. Oh, we're at 7%. We're fine. So with 16, I know that says 32, but I'll show you guys. We'll hide sponsored products. YouTube, you guys can see, right? Yeah. Hide sponsored products. With only 16 products on page 1, the average reviews is 29,000. Let me show you something, my friend. Majority of the sales that happened on Amazon are on page 1. So you have 0 reviews. Let me show you something. This is review count minimum, 100 reviews. There's not a single listing on page 1 that has under 100 reviews. So if you're not on page 1, you're probably not getting sales. There's nobody here that has low reviews. So you definitely need to build those up. And I'm going to show you guys something else. This is page 3. I'm going to scroll here. This is page 4. This is, where are we at? This is page 5. You don't launch on Amazon on page 1. You don't even launch on page 5, right? I mean, at least page 5, you get a few sponsored products with under 200 reviews, but they're paying to get there. You launch on page 8, page 9, page 10. Sometimes you're just so far in the search results, you can't even find your product. That being said, you have to build yourself. You have to go from page 5 to page 4 to page 3 to page 2, and so on and so forth. Let's go. How much for FBA online class? The AMZ Masterclass, which is in the TikTok bio, is $3K USD. It is free to apply. Y'all can go see if you qualify for the program and book a call with the team. User, thank you for sharing the live. What is your best category? Health and household and home and kitchen. Is it worth to launch higher ticket product, but the profit margin is around 15 to 20%? No, absolutely not. If it's a higher ticket product, your profit margin should be even more, not less. Thoughts on supplements? Not a fan in 2025 for new sellers. Enrique, thank you so much for the follow. Does Amazon deactivate your account? When Amazon deactivates your account, can you recover it? Yes. How long did it take for your first product to succeed? Month 1. My first month, I was doing 10K plus in top line revenue, and I had the #1 bestseller badge on my product. So it was quite successful. Andy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you. Soundcore equals Anchor. Yeah, I realized that. Why should I buy your course instead of someone else? Because I'm me and they're them. If you want to learn from me, then you would buy my program. If you wanted to learn from them, you would buy theirs. Also, another thing to consider is I've had students from every single mentorship program on the internet join my program, but I can't necessarily say the same vice versa, right? So if you went and spend 1K, 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K, 6K, 7K, 8K, 9K, 10K on a program, why would you have to go and join mine? Why is that? Because the information in mine just unmatched, in my opinion. Things like the PPC Masterclass, again, students from every single program that you guys have ever heard of with private labels say that nobody covers PPC ads like I do. Also, you have direct access to the mentor, me, that you want to learn from, along with all the other things that I have built. Rainmakers 15K. Oops, yeah, we won't even go there. You want to talk about an interesting thing? I think that girl who made a video about that product had a really big missed opportunity. I actually made a video reaching out to her. She didn't respond, so I put the video in private. I don't know if she ended up doing this, but think about this. You have a product that didn't work out. You get a video that gets nearly 1 million views, right? I'm sure it's close to 1,750K or something right there. You have all these people reaching out saying, hey, we'd love to support and all of this. I would really hope that she took the opportunity, but she had this golden opportunity window where she should have been making comment videos after that, talking about, hey, I'm trying to hustle this, boom, boom, boom. If anybody wants to sell it, you know what I'm saying? I almost guarantee that all those returns that she had, I don't know if she took the opportunity, but I almost guarantee that with all those returns that she had and how she was like, I'm not going to give this another go and all of that, she could have turned a negative into a positive. Like there's some people who will go viral and they don't know what to do with that virality because they don't sell a product, they don't have a good or service or anything like that. It's like a little dancing video or whatever. What are you going to do with that? Maybe you get a few 1,000 followers, 100 followers, 500. She could have capitalized on the opportunity on a business aspect and turned a loss into a win. I really do hope she did that. This is one of those things where like you always have to be resilient, right? You always have to be looking not, oh, woe is me, here are the issues, but how can I resolve these issues? So I hope she did. I was going to give her some pretty solid advice on how to capitalize it and be able to take that attention that she got and literally get rid of all of her units and probably, whole thing. But wish her well, Godspeed. On that note, everybody, Nurse, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. On that note, everybody, if you guys like the lives, you guys like the videos, you guys want a more in-depth guide on how to sell on Amazon, the Harvard of Amazon private label education, whether you're just getting started and know nothing about e-commerce, whether you're selling on Amazon and trying to take your business to the next level, you're struggling, or just trying to go from 5 to 6 figures, 6 to 7 figures, and you want to have me as your personal mentor along your entire Amazon FBA journey, be sure to check out the Amazon AMZ Masterclass, AMZ, tongue twisted there, the AMZ Masterclass mentorship program in the TikTok bio. I appreciate all of y'all. I hope everyone has a blessed night and blessed week, and I will see y'all soon. How long does product selection take after buying? 1 to 2 weeks, Daniel. 1 to 2 weeks, my guy. More so 1 week. I say 2 weeks. That's just the long version, but about a week. On that note, everybody, I will see y'all soon.